Hi, everyone. I'm Jane Mark, and I'm the president of So Cool Inc. And we're recording this webinar so that not only you guys who are here, but people can get to see something that I really, really love talking about. And that is what I consider the main strength of any marketing that you're doing on the net. And when you market on the net, you need to reach eyeballs, and social media marketing and email are really, I guess, in my book, two of the best ways to make sales on the net. So we're going to start today. Here's what we're going to do as an overview. We're going to start at So Cool. I'll let the guy sing for a minute. Are you through, So Cool? Thank you. Okay, we're going to start over here at So Cool, and we're going to go over the most important aspect of So Cool in quite some detail today. I see he's not done, so I'll let him finish his tune. I love you, So Cool. Goodbye. We're going to log in, and we're going to go over Soens, which is the heart and soul of So Cool. Many of you know that So Cool posts to 86 social media sites and targeted blogs. We've gone over that on a number of webinars, and in our training section in So Cool, you can see a live demo of me posting and using all the So Cool posting boxes. So that's not going to be the subject today of the webinar. What we're going to do is specifically concentrate on Soens and list building. So where do you find the two, what I call the heart and soul of So Cool? First of all, this is your Soens box, and we're going to go in there in a minute, and this is where you email all of your trackers. Okay, what are trackers? If you're members of Facebook or a member of Twitter, you all have friends or followers at Twitter and at Facebook. That's the same thing as a tracker at So Cool. The problem at Facebook, of course, and at Twitter is you cannot email those trackers. You cannot email your friends except in smaller numbers in groups. And most of all, for most of us, it is very, very difficult to build up our lists of friends or followers at the various social media sites. Some people are great at it. They've got 100,000 trackers, followers, friends, whatever. Most of us do not really know how to build lists that quickly. Well, one of the things that we did at So Cool is to make sure that people who have never ever been able to build a list before in their life could do it automatically. And when I mean automatically, when you sign up to So Cool, you are already building a list without you even knowing it, because we're working in the background with Soens to build you a list. So we're going to start with Soens, and then we're going to show you how to use the email at So Cool. Where do you look to see how many Soens you actually have in So Cool? It is always in this purple box in your members area up at the right hand corner. So at any time I can log into So Cool, and right now today I have 73,284,225 Soens. What do I use them for? Why are they valuable? Because I am going to bribe people to track me at So Cool. I want to build a list. How do I build a list? I offer something to somebody that they want. At So Cool, it is Soens that I offer them. I'm going to offer you X number of Soens, say Terry or Vincenti or Vicky. I'm going to offer you X amount of Soens because I want you to track me. Now, Okay, so we know where our Soens, where to look for the number of Soens we have. How about seeing how many people are actually tracking me? Now, if you just signed up to SoCool, it's going to be maybe one or two because, as I said, even when you sign up, we're giving you people on a list. If I want to, at any moment, check how many people are tracking me, I click on my post-it affiliate link. I have two affiliate links. This is a sales page. If I want to see my trackers, I go here and I scroll down and I have 13,999 people tracking me right now. That is a list at SoCool. You can post to that list and you can email that list if you are an upgraded member of SoCool. So keep that in mind, guys. Much of the stuff that I'm going to show you today, really you need to be an upgraded member. If we're building a list for you on autopilot and you can email it, you cannot do that for free. Nobody can do that for free. It uses huge amounts of bandwidth. And so only upgraded members can email their list. But when I say email your list, I mean that every 3 days I can go in and send an email right to the contact address of these almost 14,000 people. That is a huge, huge benefit because I didn't build that list. SoCool built it for me by using Soens. Now, that's over time. Obviously, that my list is 14,000. That took 2 years. But right in the beginning, you can build a list of hundreds and then thousands over time, and you don't really have to do anything to do that. So keep that in mind. This is very important. Having a list on the net is the only way you are going to make money online. It really is. Okay, so how do I bribe all these 14,000 people to track me? I go into the Soens box, and all of you, when you signed up, started out with 10,000 Soens in your account. You probably didn't notice it because you were new to SoCool, but if you just signed up to SoCool, you will see 10,000 Soens in your account. And you will very quickly see that number go down. Unlike most sites where you want numbers to go up, actually it's SoCool. You want your number of Soens to go down. As they go down, that means people are tracking you and getting onto your list. So let's go into the Soens box and figure out first, how do you bribe people at SoCool? By the way, Phil uses the word induce. I use the word bribe. It's just a difference of degree, I suppose. But here's your using Soens page. What you want to do is go, first of all, make an offer of Soens that you have in your account. So if you're new, you would see that you automatically, this offer would say 500 Soens. So when you sign up free to SoCool, you get 10,000 Soens in your account to start. We make an auto offer for you. You don't do a thing. And it automatically says that you're giving somebody 500 Soens to track you. And believe me, they will track you. But of course, if you're offering 500 Soens and you started with 10,000, that means you're going to end up with 10 trackers at the end of the day. And then you're going to end up, 10 people will track you. They will earn your Soens, and this account will say 0. Well, you don't want that. I mean, you want that, but you want to go further than that. What you want to do is to build up your own Soens account. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. Right now, I'm going to show you how to just make an offer of Soens. Okay, I have a very high offer. Anyone who tracks me at SoCool instantly picks up 500,551 Soens, which means that if your account is reading 0 and you go in and you track me, claiming my Soens, it will instantly read that you have 500,551 Soens, which puts you in a very nice position to make an offer. All you do to make an offer, it's very simple. Let's say I want to change this, so I'm going to go 551,000. So now, anyone who tracks me at SoCool is going to receive 551,000. My account will go down by 551,000. Their account will go up. So let me submit this, and then I'll show you where it shows. Okay, so now I've made an offer of Soens. I'm going to go back to where it says claim Soens. Now, I'm going to have very few to claim. I go in every day. My support team goes in and claims everyone's Soens that are in there for my account. And you can do the same thing. But I'm going to, if you're new to SoCool and you go in here, you're not going to just see a few people to track. You're going to see thousands and thousands of people offering you Soens so that you will track them. These are recently signed up people. Remember I said we make an auto offer. So this person who may have just signed up recently is offering me 500 Soens to track them at SoCool. So watch what happens. Let's look at this last number here, 225, right? I'm going to track Roxy. Now that means I'm on Roxy's list. So she gained me as a tracker, but I gained her 500 Soens. So as you can see, this amount just went up to 725. So now I'm going to track Antigen, and you'll see it changes again. So now I just put on 1,000, and just in 2 clicks, I got 1,000 Soens. Now, if I was in another account which didn't claim Soens all the time, you would see listed people who are offering not just my 500,000, but people who are offering 400,000 or 450,000 or big numbers. We'll see that in a minute. If you want to go, I don't think it's on this page. No, okay. Let's go to Earn Soens. I want to show you the people who are offering the top amount of Soens. Because if you log in and go to claim Soens, you're going to be able to claim right away. If you haven't already done it, you can pick up my 551,000. Cool Search is 480,000. JP Ed's 478,000. And you can see these are the people, the top 25, who are giving away a huge number of Soens. Why are they able to do that? Because they went in and claimed, yeah, this is 1 million Soens right there. And if you click on these 3, you're going to have another 2.5 million, and so on. So it would take you 2 seconds, and you can build up an account just like I have of 73 million Soens. Well, that puts you in a position to offer a very high number of Soens. You don't have to offer 551,000, and you will always get seen after everybody claims all of these high Soens and thousands of others. Eventually, let's say you're offering 1,000. Eventually, they will get to you and they will become your tracker. But you do want to sort of offer as many Soens as you can. We make it dead easy for you to earn Soens by just go to Claim Soens, click on Track. Now, I'm not going to pick up huge amounts again because I've already claimed everybody today that came in earlier this morning, and most of mine are going to say 500 Soens, but even so, it takes me 1 second to click, and there I just picked up another 1,000 Soens. So this is a really strong feature because we're just building a list for you at SoCool, and we're doing it fast. Now, there's another part of Soens that is really interesting. You can give somebody Soens. Why would you want to give people tokens? Well, remember, for those of you who came in early, and I was saying to you, well, if you sign up under my link at TrafficBot, I'll give you 2 million tokens. Remember? That's a bribe. I don't know what else to call it. It's a bribe. And it's also good because suppose you signed up to under me at some site and you don't really like it, but you can't lose because I just gave you $2,400 worth of tokens in order to upgrade under me. Well, you can do the same thing. You can contact your list of trackers at SoCool, and I'm going to show you how to email them in a minute. You can contact them and say, let me give Phil, my partner, JP Ads. I'm going to give Phil today, just because I feel like being a nice guy, I'm going to give him 2,000 tokens. I'll be a sport, right? But suppose you really wanted to and do somebody and that you've built up your tokens account, right? So that, I mean, you don't have to have 72 million. You can definitely, go with about 2 or 3 million, which you can pick up in 2 seconds. But I'm going to give him an account at 2,000. I'm going to say, I can customize a letter to him. So I'm going to say, Phil, I just gave you 2,000 tokens because you upgraded under me at TrafficBot. Okay, so now you could just do it to be a nice guy, but in this case I'm trying to illustrate to you that, and I'll just sign it Jane, but you can say anything in here. There's a form letter that you can use, but I like to personalize it. So suppose I made an offer to you out on the net and I said, okay, if you upgrade under me at SoCool, right, where you can earn some nice commissions at SoCool, I'm going to give you 2 million tokens if you become a silver member. Let's just use that as an example. This is a great way to not only build a list of people, your trackers. Many of them will remain free, but suppose you offer them something that is actually, it's so cool that they can use from your own account. So let's say, that Joe Jones is in your downline and you're posting or emailing to your downline. You say, hey guys, I've got a big surprise for you today. Anyone who upgrades under me today at SoCool, I'm going to give you 2 million tokens at SoCool. So when they do, you will get a notice, of course, that so-and-so upgraded and you just made a commission, yada-yada, all that good stuff, which is very nice. And then all you need to do to fulfill your end of the bargain is to log in and go to, you ask them, of course, to give you your username, which you would have anyway in your commission downline. Excuse me. And then you put their username in, you put the number. I'm not giving, I'll give them 2 million just to be a nice guy. Hey, Phil, I just gave you 2 million tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay. He's very happy. A big smile just came across his thing. So if that was your bargain with somebody who upgraded, you would just put their username in. You would give them the 2 million. I'll just add so that when he actually looks in his account, he can see I was not fooling. And then all you do is go click to transfer tokens. And now, Phil, if he looks, you can see I lost 2 million right then and there. But that's okay. I'll get him back. And he picked up 2 million tokens. This is a wonderful way. And it doesn't, by the way, have to be for SoCool. If you're advertising, whatever site you're advertising, you have a weapon here. You should be using it, because if you went to actually buy 2 million tokens, you would, which you don't have to do at SoCool. Obviously, you can earn them very easily. But if you went to buy them, which you can do, you would spend over $2,400. So you're giving people something of real value, where they in turn can have a list auto-built for them at SoCool. This is very, very powerful stuff. Without a list, guys, on the net, you really, really cannot make sales. I don't know how to do it. Maybe there are other people. There are people who, of course, always use the phone and call people and do that kind of stuff. I can't do that. I mean, I don't like doing it. Let's put it that way. But other than posting on Facebook and the big social media sites or emailing people, it is very, 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 very difficult to make sales. They don't come by magic. It is work, but you need a list. So start building a list at SoCool. And once you build it, don't forget, you can post to that list every day, even as a free member. You can use our posting boxes, but that's not the subject of this webinar, so I'm not going to spend time today on how you post to all of the social media sites. But that's a very important aspect of SoCool. When I go into SoCool, and I go here every morning before I go anywhere else on the net, and I post in the post message box. I post on SockWall. I post on CoolWall, which is going out to all of the 86 social media sites. And it's very easy to do. It's just a post. It's going out to all of these sites and to targeted blogs that I pick. But then what I do is I make sure that every 3 days, because that's when you're allowed to email your trackers. You can post to them every day. But frankly, if you don't do interesting posts, they're not going to read them. So what you do want to do is be mailing to your trackers. So remember, we now built you a list of trackers using Soens. People, you made an offer. First, we made an offer for you. Then you went in and earned some more, and you made your own offer. And people are starting to track you. So now you have a list. What do? Every 3 days, without fail, and I mean without fail, you never want to miss a list mailing at any site. You go into email trackers, and you send them an email. Now, how does that work? You can see that if I haven't mailed, so I'm allowed to mail, and when I hit send your message now, it will open up a mailing box. You have 500 characters, which you can use to mail a message to your downline. If you are new to SoCool or any place where you're building a list and your list members do not know you from Adam, you do not want to just send an ad out. You do not want to just send an ad out. I'm going to say that one more time. Don't send your new list members an ad. They will get turned off. They will not appreciate it. You want to introduce yourself first to your list members. So, for example, you might say, oops, I better put the thing in here so I can type. Thanks for tracking me at SoCool. I really look forward to getting to know you. Let me tell you something. Forget my spelling, gang, because it's always awful. Let me tell you something about me that you may not know. I am first a marketer online, but what I really love is to be the star of the Joe and Mabel show. To find out more about this online radio show, go here. So, now watch what I'm doing. I am putting in a link that I want people to see. By the way, the Joe and Mabel show is real, and it's really fun. So you should get it's completely free. But I want my trackers to know that I'm not just sending them out an ad and, hitting them with one day with this ad or one day with that ad and over again, buy this, buy that, blah, 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 blah. People don't like that. And especially now, most people know me. They've been tracking me from 14 years on the net. So when I send out an ad, it usually has my own personality in it, by the way. You don't ever want to send out a canned ad. But in this case, I'm just introducing myself to my trackers. So I want to thank them for tracking me. That's really important. I appreciate it when people stay on a list. And I want to tell them where my field of expertise is, which is in marketing. But I want to tell them what really turns me on, what makes my day go by. And that's writing, which I have to do on the Joe and Mabel show, and the Joe and Mabel show, which, if for those of you who don't know Joe and Mabel, that's Phil and I. And we have run scripts with every big marketer online that makes fun of them. They make fun of themselves with Joe and Mabel. So this is a really funny, fun site. So that most people who are just getting to know me would not resent me sending out something that's absolutely free, doesn't cost them any money, and it's fun. Now, that may not be your shtick, right? You may be into very inspirational things and you want to send somebody to a wonderful book that you read or a movie that you just saw that really had some meaning to you. Whatever your personality is, you put it in your own emails. And then all you do, see, I still could write more, but you don't always have to write more. I still have 187 characters. Then all you do is go click to send direct message. And this is now going out to 14,000 of my trackers, and it's going out right to their email addresses. So to sum So Cool up, because I want to spend time at YaMore too, you want to be doing two things at So Cool. You want to be reaching our 86 social media sites and targeted blogs. That is essential in today's market. You must be doing social media marketing, and that's a topic for another webinar and one that's already in the training session. But you also, whenever you can build a list, which all of us have such a difficult time doing, you need to do it. And it's so cool. It is dead easy. All you need to do is go into the Soens area. Just going to show you this one more time. Go into the Soens area. Go to Claim Soens. Track people. And for most of you, you will be earning a lot more than 500 Soens at a time, because thousands of people are offering you Soens. Build up your Soens account, which takes literally 30 seconds to build it up to millions of Soens. Go in and make an offer, which we showed you in the beginning. If you have, I like to go on a 10% ratio. So let's say you've built up 3 million Soens in your account. Put in 3,000 Soens. That's really what I like to go on usually, is a 10-to-1 ratio. You can go higher because you can always earn more, but that's generally what I do. Is so if we, for example, that's the other thing, when we give you Soens, many of you may have noticed who upgraded at TrafficBot and collected your 2 million Soens, that we made an automatic offer for you. We gave you 2 million Soens, but we went right in and made an offer for you of 20,000 Soens, because we want you to build a list and we want you to email it. Now, can you do this stuff for free? No, you can't. You do need to upgrade your account, and at the end we'll go over some of the specials that we're offering today. But really, it's so cool. To get the bang for your buck, you need to be an upgraded member of this site. And silver is by far one of the best bangs for your buck that you can go for at this site. So just keep that in mind as I'm talking. Now, as I said, I start my day here. I do my posting, and if it's email day, you can bet there's an email going out from me. So, end of story on Soens. We're going to switch gears to YaMore. And before we go right over to YaMore, I want you to notice something. Let's just go to the front page of SoCool, because this is where YaMore and SoCool really intersect. This is the sales page of SoCool, and you all have an affiliate link in your members area. People go down here and they sign up under you, right? Well, when they sign up under you at SoCool, they are simultaneously signing up at YaMore, and our terms of service detail this very clearly, that when they sign up to SoCool, they will get a free account at our sister site, YaMore. Now, why is that important for you? Because you can actually take your SoCool affiliate link and get 2 signups for the effort that you're doing. Let's say you're telling somebody about SoCool. You don't even have to mention YaMore to them. But you are building 2 trackers, 2 sets of lists when anybody signs up under you at SoCool. So that they're under you at YaMore. You may not even know it, but you have, if you're a SoCool member, you have a YaMore account. And it's the same details to log in at YaMore as it is to log in at SoCool. So just keep that in mind, because building 2 lists at one time, believe me, is better than even building 1. And we're building 2 lists for you. So no matter which way you go, whether you're claiming Soens or you're getting a lot of signups, by promoting SoCool, you are building 2 lists, one here and one at YaMore, which we're going to hop over to now. So let's go to YaMore. Now, while we're logging into YaMore, oops, got to pop you guys over here. Let's sign in. So I have an account here at SoCool, right? Same thing at over at SoCool, and all of my trackers are under me from SoCool. They're over here at YaMore. So if I go to, let's see where I can show you that best. If I go to my profile page, everything happens in YaMore from this blue arrow here. All you need to do is go to the blue arrow and you can find what you're looking for. Okay, so all of those trackers that are over there at SoCool, so remember there were 13,999. Well, obviously I have some independent people who I've gotten to sign up under me at YaMore. So I even have more trackers here than I have over at SoCool. And of course, it took me 2 years to get the 14,000 over at SoCool, but they all followed me over here. So now I have a list that's with me in 2 different places. Why is that important? Because if I'm an upgraded member of YaMore, meaning business or executive, I have the same privilege over here as I had over at SoCool, which means that every 3 days I go to email trackers and I can do what we just did over at SoCool. Now, do not set, since these trackers are the same, in many cases the same, because they came through SoCool. Some of them are absolutely have nothing to do with SoCool, but many of them are the same. So what you don't want to do, and I know many of you are upgraded members both of SoCool and of YaMore, you don't want to go in on the same day and send the exact same email to the same list. That's foolish. But it does give you a chance to really email that list more than once every 3 days, because you can email them over at SoCool once every 3 days, and maybe the next day or 2 days later you'll email them some different thing that you want to talk to them about, and you can email them from YaMore. So this is a really, really, I do not think you will find anything like this on the net. I never like to say absolutes that you won't, but I'm pretty damn sure that you won't. Because Phil and I are list builders. We own 200 and I don't know what now, 70 lists that we've built over 14 years. Um, so, and we know how hard it is. We've got 550,000 members on those lists, but it is tough to build list by list by list. So that's why we wanted for our own members to have a way, to have a much easier way, let's put it that way, to build lists than we did when we were first starting out on the net. And this is great because now between SoCal and YaMore, you have two lists that you can work with. Okay, so let's go back to Yakins, which are different than Soens at SoCal. Soens you saw, you just go in, you track people, you increase your Soens account, that lets you make an offer so that other people will track you, and that's how you build your list at SoCal. At YaMore, it's a little bit different. We're using Yakins, and whatever you want to do with Yakins, you want to go to manage Yakins. And everybody starts out with a certain amount of Yakins in their account. Phil, refresh my memory of how many free members get. I know how many basic gets. Do free members get? Yeah, hold on, I'm consulting the developer here. Okay, so even if you're a free member and somebody signs up under you, this is the way you earn Yakins at YaMore. It's different than Soens. You need to earn them in one of three ways. Either you get signups. Oh, there I am staring at it. It says free members get one sign up. Either you get people to sign up under you, and every time you do, depending on your membership level, you earn Yakins. And you can see how many Yakins you have here. So free members earn 1 Yakin per sign up. Basic members earn 2, business members earn 4, and executives earn 5. So think about that for a minute. You sign somebody up, one person up at YaMore, you're actually earning 2 trackers. And let me show you how that works. They're obviously in your downline and you can post to them, and if you're upgraded you can email to them. But now we've also given you a Yakin. So let's just say, let's say you signed up 10 people so I can make it a nice round number. I'm going to get 10 instant trackers, instantly, people who will be tracking me. And here's how I do it. I scroll down here and I go to manage Yakins. And I have 1,989 Yakins. So I want you to watch this number, right? I'm going to what we're doing is exchanging my Yakins for trackers. So where it says get random trackers, I'm going to click on that. And where's my tracking thing, Phil? Because I always end up at the buy thing, which, oh, there we are. Okay, there we are. Okay, so I'm going to get 10 regular trackers. Okay, now, if I could, if I want to, get 500 people tracking me, but most people don't have this many Yakins in their account. So let's just say you have 10 Yakins in your account. Don't let them just sit there because they're not doing you any good just sitting there. So 10 Yakins will give me 10 trackers. Watch this magic. This is really magic. All you do is go click to exchange Yakins. Here are 10 people right now that are on my list and are now tracking me at YaMore. So this is the easiest way that you can get trackers that you have ever seen. So let's do this again. Let's go to get trackers. You saw that my balance went down by 10, right? Let's select a package. By the way, there's over 80,000 or close to 80,000 members of YaMore, so you can keep going until you get up to having 80,000 people track you. So here's, I'm going to exchange it for 25. Okay? So watch it again. We'll click to exchange, and bingo. I've got 25 new trackers that are now tracking me at YaMore. That's how easy it is. Now, suppose you say, but I don't know how to sign people up to YaMore. I'm not a good recruiter. Okay, there are other ways that you can get Yakins. So one of the obvious ways, and if you look on the follow along link, you'll see that usually if you want to see the upgrade packages, but I don't want you to go here to upgrade today because we're making you special offers in the follow along link. But you'll see that usually, let's say somebody upgrades to a business package, right? They automatically get 50 Yakins. So right away they start off with a list of 50 people. If they go for the executive, this is an annual payment, this is a one-time payment. If they go for the executive members, they will automatically get 100 Yakins when they upgrade in their account. That's 100 people on their list right away, because they can do just what I do. Take that 100 Yakins and exchange them for 100 trackers. Now today, by the way, when you upgrade in the members area, not from the members area, do not upgrade from the members area today. Look on the follow along link. Phil, can you put that up again? You will see that we are letting you pay the one-time offer, which you only see on your way in, for $197 a year, and lock that in. And instead of giving you 50 Yakins, you'll get 100 Yakins for a business upgrade. If you go for the executive today, we've given you the one-time offer price, which is $497, not $697, and you won't find that except on this link at the webinar. And instead of the 100 Yakins, we're going to give you 200 Yakins. Well, so right away as an executive member, which is a one-time lifetime payment, you never pay again, you end up with 200 Yakins in your account, and bingo, you go and exchange them, and you have a list of 200 trackers right now, today. What can you do with that list? We go back here. We go back to email trackers, and you send them a message, whatever that's going to be. I just joined. You can copy and paste, obviously, but I'm just doing this for demo purposes. I'm typing. I just joined YaMore. You should see what I can do here. I can post. I can email. I can earn commissions. If you need help, feel free to contact me. Okay, so watch what I'm doing here. I'm telling people about YaMore, what I can do. I can post, I can email, I can earn money. There are a lot of other things I can do, but that's not a whole webinar today on YaMore. We're just doing Yakins. But I'm also giving them a way to feel comfortable that they can contact me, and I'll be happy to answer their questions. So now, you may wonder what all of these things are here. If you're an upgraded member, you can mail, if you're a business member, you can mail once every 7 days. If you're an executive member, you can mail every 3 days. You signed up, all of you, with 3 categories that you were interested in. Whether you signed up at So Cool or you signed up at YaMore, you had to pick 3 categories of interest. In my case, it's blogging, politics, and email, right? Okay, so if I didn't have all of these other categories down here, I could select to mail to all of these people, which would be the 14,000 people that we saw earlier. Or I could simply select maybe I'm sending something out on politics and I just want to send to people who are in following me but who are interested in politics. This is one of the most interesting parts of YaMore. And by the way, we're introducing this on one of the posting boxes at So Cool in maybe early next week. It is great to target your emails to people who are actually interested in them. So let's say people are, I have something, a new email list, and I want to let people know. I might just uncheck this and uncheck blogging because I know that the people who are on, who signed up, who are tracking me, who are also interested in email services will be the ones who are really interested in my promotion on email. And so I would simply check them. Now, you may wonder, most of you will only see 3 categories that you signed up with when you go to the email box. So you may wonder, how come I have a whole bunch of other categories that I could mail to if I want to, right? That's because I bought them. So in a minute, I'll show you how you go. You can purchase another category, because let's say you joined So Cool 2 years ago and you were promoting silver or gold, but you decided that you're not going to promote that anymore, and now you're promoting health products. So you may have 3 sort of outdated categories here, and you'd like to add to them. And of course, we have, I don't know, about 60 or 70 different categories of people who joined with different interests. And you can see I added pets and pet supplies because I love my dog Cuddles, and I'm always talking about him. And food and restaurant. I used to be a caterer. Many of you may not know that. Fun and entertainment is the Joe and Mabel show. So there are other categories that I wanted to add, and I was able to purchase them, which I'll show you right after we send this message, because just like the mailing box, I have 500 characters, just like we did at So Cool, and it works the same way. Just go send your message now, and you'll get a confirmation that your message has been sent. Now, that message was sent to all of my 14,000 trackers. And so that's very easy. So the first part of Soens is very easy. You get, oh, by the way, let me just finish my thought. I was saying before, how do you earn Soens? You earn them by getting signups. You earn them when you upgrade. You will also start seeing that I am going to be offering Soens, just like I often offer Soens bonuses. I will be offering, and other sites will be offering, Yakins as a bonus for upgrading at their sites. In fact, I'm not going to tell you what it is because it's a big surprise. Somebody, a friend of ours, is launching a new site in maybe a week to 10 days, and one of the bonuses will be Yakins at YaMore. So there are many ways you can earn it. If you absolutely don't, they're very cheap. You can buy them too. So if you absolutely don't want to earn them by signing people up or doing one of those other things, you can go right in here back to everything functions from Manage Soens. So you go back here and you go to Manage Soens and you can purchase them. And I don't even know what, because I go out and earn them the old-fashioned way by recruiting people, but they're not expensive. See, even $75. Phil, I'm going to kill you. This is too cheap. $75. But at some point, I guarantee you guys, these prices are going to go up. Because to give somebody a list of 100 people for $75 is really very reasonable. But in any way, let's just say you wanted to start out with 25 Yakins for $22.50. If you buy them, they will end up in your Yakins account, and you can exchange them for trackers. Now, you can also buy targeted trackers. Remember I told you that what am I doing with all those other lists? Because if I want to buy another category, which is the only way I can post to a new category, I do have to buy that category, targeted trackers. And that the reason for that, guys, that we charge for that is because we're giving you something of real value when we give you a group of targeted trackers. You can buy, for example, targeted traffic. You can't buy targeted trackers. So we do charge for them. You will see that you can get, I don't know, any kind of, if you're a lawyer, you can get a real estate, mortgage financing, music, whatever category interests you. You can actually, I'm not going to go in and buy it, but all you have to do is, let's say you're interested in charity and foundations. You select it, you select the price, and these are more expensive because they're actually targeted to a group that you're interested in. You just choose the package. You go to click to purchase. We accept credit card, all the major credit cards, or Alert Pay, which is now, by the way, accepting credit cards to fund your Alert Pay account. So in case you didn't know that, they're sort of back in business. But if you have money in your Alert Pay account, you can pay that way or by credit card. Once you buy it, you will end up with, I don't know if I'll be able to show you now because I use my emailer, but I'll go to the posting page. Once you buy the categories, you will see here are the categories I signed up with, but here are the extra ones that I bought. And if I had bought another one just now, it would go right there, and I could post. This is where you post on YaMore, and I could choose to email those targeted trackers. And I can add them. You can see of the people who are following me, of the 14,000 or so people following me, there are 2,483 of them who are interested in blogging, promotion, and marketing. 545 of my targeters, of my trackers, are interested in email submit, and 41 are interested in this is why our country is going down the tubes. I've only had 41 people interested in politics and government. Oh my God. So I can add to that by actually purchasing more people who belong to YaMore and also are interested in politics and government. Okay, so let's sum up here. You've got two sites. They are both building lists for you. They are both building lists for you. They are both letting you post to all of the major social, well, not YaMore, you can post to So Cool, but they are both posting sites, and particularly at So Cool, you can post to all of the major social media sites without ever leaving So Cool. They end up on Facebook, and they end up on YaMore, and they end up on Dig and Delicious and Plurk and everything you can think of. So remember, we said we started, for those of you who came early, we started talking a little bit about traffic and the fact that traffic by itself does not make you sales. You need to be reaching people at social media, and you need to be emailing people every single day. So we have given you a way where you can use our database. We're building a list for you out of our database. You can develop a relationship with your trackers, and then you can post to them daily, or you can email them every 3 days at So Cool, every 3 days at YaMore if you're an executive, and every 7 days if you're a business member. So what we did today was to set up, let me see if I can get this up on the screen. I can't tell you guys how list building is. This is you saw the number in the beginning of $10,000. That's a lot of money. I made that $10,000 by using So Cool and by promoting that traffic site at So Cool and at YaMore. Now, obviously, I promoted it to my other lists as well, but the first place I went was here, was to So Cool and to YaMore. So 2 ways to make sales really is have a list and develop a relationship with them, and when they are ready and when they like what you're offering, they will buy from you. So we're making it dead easy for you to do that today. You can upgrade to a So-Cool Silver membership. That gives you the 86 posting sites and the ability to email, and you see how easy it is to build a list. And if you click on this one-time offer link, you will see everything that you get as a silver member of So-Cool. In fact, if you scroll down here, you'll get a summary of everything you get with the silver package. If you go to upgrade to silver in the So-Cool members area, you're going to pay $297 a year. So what we did today was we put back, which we often do on our webinars, but not in the members area. We are giving this to you at $197 a year, the So-Cool Silver membership, and we're giving you 10 million tokens to start with. That means right out of the bat, you can offer people or bribe them, as we're fond of saying here. You can give them 50,000 tokens easily to track you. So that's the first deal. So if you're enthusiastic about So-Cool, this is where I would head. YaMore, we're also doing the same thing. We're giving you the one-time offer for a business annual membership. And if you go here, you will see everything that you get. If you don't want to read through all of this, you can go right to the summary of everything that comes with it. Now, you'll notice it says 100 followers for free. That's a special that you won't find even for $297 in the members area of YaMore. It's only if you use this special paid link that comes from this webinar. We're doubling what business members usually get in the members when they upgrade from the members area. So take a look, and this will give you all of what you get when you upgrade to the business membership. Same thing is true for the executive. Now, to my mind, this is our best deal at So-Cool. And this one is, if you can swing it, is really where you want to head at YaMore. Because we actually advertise your YaMore link for you when you're an executive member. So we put it into one of our other sites, CoolPing, and it gets pinged every 3 days automatically. You don't have to pay a thing extra for that. It's there for life, and that's the kind of some of the kind of traffic we talked about before the webinar started. So now here you're going to notice that it says act now and you'll get 200 list members. Well, if you noticed in the members area, for $697, the regular upgrade is 100 list members or Yakins that turn into list members. On this webinar, if you pick up the executive offer, you're going to get 200 instead of the usual 100. And again, everything you get can be summarized right here. This would ordinarily say 100 followers, but this is special. If you use any of these paid links, they are manual upgrades. So that means that once you pay, we have to upgrade you manually and add your 100 or your 200 Yakins or your 10 million Soens. So you need to allow about 24 hours for that to take effect, and you'll get an individual welcome letter from me that tells you, you've been upgraded, your 10 million Soens or your 200 Yakins has been added, and it will give you some details about either So-Cool or YaMore. If you can possibly swing it, maybe you want to do the 197 at So-Cool and the 197 at YaMore. You want to be developing those two lists at the same time. And you want to be able to use that mailer on different days to keep really in touch with your list and make offers of your own to them. So if you can swing, my best recommendation would be take the silver at So-Cool and the executive at YaMore, because then the silver is an annual payment. The executive is a one-time payment and you never pay again. plus the advertising that we do for you, which is, it's not a small thing, guys. So if that's your best bet, if you can't swing that, I certainly would go for building the two lists at the same time by doing the business membership at YaMore and the silver membership at So Cool. That gives you access to that all-important mailer. And that's really the name of the game on the net. And people say it all the time, the money's in the list, but they're right. Some cliches are absolutely right, and that is really one of them. And as I was saying, that $10,000, and you all saw it if you were here early. I'm not kidding around. By the way, you'll find something out about me if you don't know me. When I send out numbers in an email, and I'm saying that I got X amount of clicks or I earned X amount of dollars, you can take that to the bank. I've been around a long time. I have a pretty good reputation online. I can't go around making things up. And you all saw in the beginning that the hits I got to the site were exactly what's in my email. The 10,000, now it's $10,700 that I earned at the site. You saw that right in Traffic Bot. Where did it come from? It came from emailing lists. That's the bottom line here, guys. So I hope, we're going to end this very shortly, I hope that you were able to get a feel of So Cool and how the Soens work, and a feel of the Yakins and how they work, and the importance, the absolute importance of being able to use that emailer. So I don't know, Phil, are you still taking questions? No? Okay, so I think we've answered most of your questions, guys, and it's running late, so I'm going to say goodnight, and I want to thank you all for coming. This webinar is recorded, and so we will actually put it in the members area of both YaMore and So Cool, so that if you need to review some of what I've said. But don't make a big deal out of this. This is not hard stuff. And we're always in the support desk, where we have a great support team, and Phil and I often drop in at the support desk. So if you have a question, just email us at support, and we are happy to answer it. So have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you on the next one.